that more wars were coming. He kept talking about more wars. We counted it 3 times in 5 seconds. Is he so desperate to get off the economic issue that he will basically promise America that they're facing grim times ahead, and he's the only guy who can save America when we get in all these future wars?
Let me say, he didn't say promise. What he said is, make no mistake, there are going to be more wars. That is straight talk. To be quite frank, Joe, you get John McCain in the White House, and I do believe we will be at war with Iran. That's one of the things that makes me very nervous about him. I think we need an Eisenhower who got us out of Korea, or a Nixon who tried to get us out of Vietnam with honor. I think that's the kind of president this country needs. There's no doubt John McCain is going to be a war president. Can anybody see John McCain as sort of a peacetime Calvin Coolidge president? It's preposterous. His whole career is wrapped up in the military, national security. He's in Putin's face. He's threatening the Iranians. We're going to be in Iraq 100 years. If we're in Iraq 100 years, Joe, we will be fighting 100 years of war, just as the British, if they stayed in our country 100 years, would be fighting the Americans for a century. I'm telling you, what John McCain is telling you is what he's promising you.
Well, so when he says more war, he is promising you, if he gets into the White House, we'll not only be fighting this war, but starting new wars. Is that what conservative Republicans want?
I don't say he's starting them. He expects more wars, and he anticipates them, and he's predicting them. And I think he's talking straight, because if you take a look at the McCain foreign policy, he is in everybody's face. Did you see Thad Cochran's comment when he endorsed Romney? He said, look, John McCain is a bellicose, red-faced, angry guy who constantly explodes. His whole career is the military. His big issue, the one he's comfortable with, is what? Is national security, Islamofascism, the long war, 100 years in Iraq. That's where he's comfortable. That's where he's at his best.
All right, Pat Buchanan, as we say goodbye to you.
Not a happy message.
Not at all.
It's a truthful one, though.
Thank you, Pat.
You know what, Pat? The bar